And what's going on, beautiful people? Whether you're watching this in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, what I want to say first off is good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you guys for tuning in for another motivational video. Today we're talking about pressure. We've all had it, we've all gone through it, we've all come out on the other side of it. We know pressure can break rocks, we know pressure can make diamonds, but sometimes we just have pressure in our lives, and it's hard to navigate that pressure. And what we always have to remember, and I'm going to illustrate that to you guys with a story real quick, is that pressure is what we make of it. And we decide every single day when we wake up, whether there's going to be pressure that day or not, we decide how we're going to come out on the other side of that pressure, if there is one. All right, so we make that decision. And I want to tell you a quick story to kind of highlight that, again, make you smile, make you think a little bit differently about pressure. So here's my story. The story is about a young girl. And she goes to her father one night and says to her father, you know, I'm just so stressed. I'm so stressed. My life is so stressful. I have this going on. I got that going on. I got friends. I got a zit. I got so many things that are stressful in my life. I don't know what to do. I just can't take it anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm done with life. I can't do it. It's too stressful. And the father sits and he listens and takes everything in from his daughter, and he says to her, I want you to come to work with me tomorrow morning. Early tomorrow morning, I'm heading into work. He's a chef. He owns a restaurant. He said, I want you to go into that restaurant with me. And she says, that answered none of the things that I just said, but fine, I'll go to work. I'll go to work with you. So next morning, 5 a.m., they wake up, drive down to the restaurant. She's yawning, falling asleep. What are we doing? He says, be patient. They walk into the restaurant. They turn on the lights. They go back into the kitchen. He starts putting his apron on, getting all his gear set up, all his kitchen appliances and his tools and things like that. She goes, Dad, what are we doing here? We're just setting up for the day. He says, be patient. He takes three big pots, fills each one up with water, puts it onto the big stove that they have big range, and turns the fire on high onto each one. Click, click, click. And again, the daughter says, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Why am I here? Why do I have to wake up so early to watch you boil water? And he said, please, give me a second, be patient. So 5, 10, 15 minutes go by, and they start to see the steam coming up from each pot. The water starts to boil. So he reaches down underneath his cabinet, he pulls out 1 potato, 1 egg, and some ground coffee. All right, so 1 of each, and some ground coffee. And so he says to his daughter, I want you to take each of these and put them each in a separate pot. She goes, okay, this is boring, but okay. She grabs the potato, carefully drops it into the first pot of boiling water, takes the egg, second pot, and takes the ground coffee and pours it into that third pot of boiling water. And then he says, just sit with me and wait a second. Just wait. He says, I've been waiting since 5 a.m., but fine, I'll wait. And so they wait 5, 10, 15 minutes, and after a certain amount of time, he says, okay, perfect. So he clicks off the fire from each stove. All right, the water starts to cool down a little bit. He takes a spoon, he fishes out the potato and puts it down onto a small plate on the countertop. He grabs the egg again with that same spoon, puts it down onto the plate, a separate plate, and he takes a cup and he fills up the cup with the ground coffee mixed in with the boiling water mixture, and he puts that on the countertop. And he says to his daughter, I want you to go over and inspect each of these and let me know what you see. Okay. So first she goes over to the potato. She takes a fork and she touches the potato, and it just disintegrates into the fork, disintegrates right into the plate. It's mush. Goes over to the egg, takes it, squeeze it, knocks it on the table. It's hard, it's strong, it's solid. It's a hard-boiled egg. Then she goes over to the coffee, smells it, takes in the aroma, and takes a delicious, smooth sip of that delicious cup of coffee. Keep in mind, she's been awake since 5 a.m. She needed the coffee. And so she says, okay, now I'm just hungry. So what was the whole point of this? And again, the story makes me hungry too. That's why I like to tell it. So what's the message? What's the message here? Father looks at his daughter and says, one thing you need to remember is we all go through pressure. We all go through pressure. These 3 items that I just gave to you, they all went through pressure. We treat that boiling water like your pressure that we all go through. We all go through. And there's so many different ways that we can come out on the other side of that pressure. You can be like the potato that went in, again, strong, solid, hard. If you throw a potato at somebody, you're gonna hurt them, so don't throw a potato at anybody. But when it came out, after going through the pressure, after going through that boiling water, it became soft, fragile, melts into the plate. And you take the egg, very delicate, very fragile item, you put that through the pressure of the boiling water, all right? and it became hard, robust, and solid, and strong, and nothing was gonna break it or budge it, all right? So it changed too. And then there's that cup of coffee, which went in one way, but came out a completely different way. So the message here, the underlying message, again, not just being hungry, but it's that we all go through pressure on a daily basis. We all have pressure in our lives. We all have that boiling water that in some way, shape, or form within a given day, week, month, year, we're gonna be put through some boiling water, through that pressure. But we get to decide how we come out of it on the other side. And you get to be like the potato, go in strong, come out soft. Be like the egg, go in soft, come out strong. Or you could be like that cup of coffee that goes in one way and comes out completely transformed, metamorphosized, and evolved into a brand new, delicious, beautiful masterpiece. We always have that choice, right? We just have to take a step back every time there's that pressure and say, okay, am I gonna be like a potato, like an egg, or like a cup of coffee today? And I hope you choose that cup of coffee, right? We go in one way and we change and we get better and we improve. Small incremental steps, improve at each single one of those. Remember, we're not talking about chapters or paragraphs or sentences. I'm talking about words. One word, you tweak, you get a little bit better. Next word, tweak a little bit better. And slowly but surely, get better and better and stronger as you go on your way. I want to thank you guys for checking out this motivational video. I hope it inspired you, hope it made you hungry. And remember, never settle for anything less than your best, and always make sure you put your stamp of that extra 1% on every single day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.